Hi, I'm Jen from Acadian Accounting Education, and today we are going to practice receiving payments. So if you would like to grab a copy of the exercise, be sure to click on the link in the description, and let's get started. All right, let's go ahead and receive those payments. Now, this exercise is coming from our Level 1 ProAdvisor certification course, which if you would like more information about that course after we go through the exercise, be sure to click on the link in the description. Let's dive in and read through today's scenario. Great news. You just received two checks in the mail. One is from Jeff's Jalopies and the other is from Cookies by Kathy. Both are paying off their outstanding bills in full. You now need to mark their invoices as paid. In this exercise, you are going to practice two different ways to find the invoice. This is just for demonstration purposes only. You can record a payment either way. Now, you'll need to be in the sample company to do this exercise. If you are not sure how to get into the sample company or get your own free QBOA account, be sure to click on the link in the description. I have the sample company here on the left side of my screen. Once you sign in, this is what it's going to look like. This is the dashboard. So let's start with the exercise. So for Jeff's payment for the receiving payment for Jeff's invoice, we're going to use the plus new button. So you want to click on that plus new button and then select receive payment. So the plus new button is on the top left corner of the screen. Click on that. And then under customers is receive payment. Now, once it comes up, we're going to fill it out. In the customer field, we want to select his name. So go ahead and click on the down arrow. You can either scroll or type in his name. Either way is fine. Once you find it, go ahead and click on it. You'll notice that as soon as you select his name, that there is this outstanding invoice that is showing below. So let's update a couple of things here. In the payment method field, we're going to select check. So click the down arrow, select check. The payment date field is going to default to today, which for the purpose of this exercise is perfectly fine. But be sure in real life that you are matching the date of actually receiving the payment on this transaction. Now, if we knew the check number, we would enter it here in the reference number field. In real life, you would know this, but for the purpose of this exercise, we're just going to leave that one blank. Well, we want to make sure that the deposit to field says undeposited funds. And that is because this is the holding account. So when you physically receive cash or check and it needs to make its way to be deposited into the bank, you will put it in a holding account called undeposited funds until that deposit is actually made, and then you make a bank deposit. That's out of the scope of this exercise, but just wanted to give you a background as to why you would select undeposited funds versus something like checking. All right, so under the outstanding transactions, we want to click on the checkbox to mark to indicate that the invoice has been paid. So go ahead and click on that checkbox. You will notice that as soon as you do, QBO is automatically filling out this payment and amount received field. They happen to match. This is because the open balance is for $81, and so QBO is just assuming that that is the amount that was received. In this case, we will say that it was in full, but in case in real life you ever have checks coming in for an outstanding invoice and they're not the full amount, you would just make that update here. So this is good. We can go ahead and click on Save and Close. So that is the green button on the bottom right corner. And now that received payment for Jeff's Jalopies it has been saved. Now, to find Kathy's invoice, we're actually going to go to the Sales Center. So from the left navigation bar, let's hover over Sales and then select Invoices. So here is that left navigation bar. Here is Sales. Hover over that, and then from that drop-down menu, you will see Invoices. Go ahead and select that. Now we need to find Kathy's invoice on the list and then click on Receive Payment in the Action column. So let's scroll down a little bit. You will see that she is the 1, 2, 3, fourth one down here. Go ahead and select Receive Payment. Her name is already here, and that is because we did it directly from this invoice list and chose the invoice that was already assigned to her, her already outstanding invoice. Payment date we're going to leave as is for the purpose of this exercise. The payment method we need to update to check. If we knew the check number, we would put it here in the reference number field, leave the deposit to undeposited funds. And because we had done that receive payment from the invoice list, QBO has already checked off the outstanding invoice and assumed that the open balance is the amount that was received. So we're going to leave everything here as is. All you need to do now is just click on the green Save and Close button. And now that payment has been received and saved. And those are two different ways that you can receive payments. Now, if you like this exercise and you'd like to do more like it, or you would like more information about that Level 1 ProAdvisor certification course, be sure to click on the link in the description. And I will see you next time.